Hey guys, welcome back to Punch Club Media. Today's episode is all about something that I've been seeing a lot lately and it's been driving me crazy. It's about breaking your base. In boxing, we always have our base. Everything we do, from punching to defending to movement, everything we do comes out of that base. The problem is people get tired, they get lazy, they think, well, I'm not sparring, I'm only on the bag, so I'm just going to break my base. They put their arms down, they take a step away, and they act like they can just push a pause button. While you are in no threat when you're on the bag, maybe while you're doing pads or you're doing these little drills, sure, you don't have to worry about punches come back at you because you're not sparring, you're not in the ring, you're not in the fight. But we always want to be training how we fight, right? That's something that goes back to the Marine Corps. We train as we fight. So anytime we were running training ops or doing anything to perfect our craft, we were doing it the exact same way that we would fight. So we were prepared that when we were in that environment, we're ready to execute. And it's the same thing here, guys. I see it so often this week. And so I want to tell you 3 quick reasons on why you shouldn't be breaking your base. Our base sets us up to use that kinetic chain to chain everything up from our ankles, our feet, up to our knees, our hips, the whole way out to our shoulders, and then eventually to the tip of your punch and hopefully to your opponent's face. The minute we break that base, we're losing certain elements and we're losing the efficiency of our boxing. Number 1 on the list is stability and balance. And this is all about being able to move from your base and being able to attack, to defend, and to quickly move your feet to get out of the way or to put yourself in a position that you want to be in, right? If we're training on the bag and when we start to get tired, we start breaking our base, whether it's just you're letting your arms drop down or you're standing up a little bit too straight-legged, or maybe you're just becoming complacent overall. As we know here at the channel, complacency kills. So we never want to be complacent. We always want to be in that base so that we can stay grounded, which this ensures that we can attack and defend and move all at a moment's notice. If we break our base, not only are we breaking our base physically, but you're breaking your base mentally. If you're in the ring, are you more likely to step in on a fighter that's in that high guard that's ready, it's showing you that he's ready to go? Or are you more likely to step in on the guy that's huffing and puffing, got his arms down, and is kind of on that back foot retreat away? It's not only about physical demeanor, it's also about that mental side of it, If I'm here, if I'm in my base, I'm ready to go. Step in, let's go. I'm ready to catch, counter, react, and move. But if I'm there with my arms down and you step in, now not only do I have to get to my base, but then I also have to react and defend or fight. Number 2 reason is all our power comes from our base. If you throw a 2, if you throw a jab, if you throw a hook, do any of the punches that you can think of, but do it a little bit outside of your base, and you will understand that you are losing efficiency and you're losing power by doing this. A strong base allows us to generate that power, to sit into our shots, to really drive the action. But you break the base, you lose that efficiency, you lose your power. And again, we're back in that position where we have to quickly get into our base to be able to throw an attack, to defend. Sure, you can throw a punch out of your base. People do it all the time. They throw those flick little, ouch. Sure, you can throw a punch out of your base. I mean, you see it all the time with people just throwing a light jab out, throwing a light 2 out. Maybe you're not fully planted or not fully ready to commit. But why are we wasting energy with these shots? Why are we wasting energy throwing things outside of our base? I always want you to be in your base. Tip number 3 is the biggest reason here, and this is the one that I'm trying to avoid. This is why I'm hankering so hard on not breaking your base. It comes down to consistency, habit, and muscle memory. Right? If we're getting into this routine of breaking our base on the bags, on mitts, then we're gonna follow that up. It's gonna lead into our sparring and into our bag work, into our mitt work, so on and so forth. There's a saying that you don't rise to the level of your expectations, you fall down to the level of your training. Especially when you're in that low stamina mode, you're in that lizard brain, you're tired. It's boxing, you're gonna get tired. So we need to train to be tired. We need to train to always be in our base. Even when we're gasping for air and we really just don't want to do it anymore. We're hoping the round runs out here soon because we are gassed. I don't care if you don't throw your punches. I don't care if you don't defend. I don't care at the end of the day. If you lose it all and you're down to just one thing and you're in your base, I'll take that. That's a hell of a lot better than standing up straight, letting your arms and your shoulders down, and just looking lazy. When I see somebody hitting the bag when they're in the middle of their round, right? And I see them just stop and put their arms down, take a minute. To me, that's just laziness. You know, it doesn't matter if you're a recreational boxer, if you're a pro boxer, if you're just someone doing it for fitness. At the end of the day, you are training. If you're just doing it for fitness, that's great and all, but God forbid you're in the position that you need to use these skills at some point. I want you to be as efficient and effective as possible. Your base is a fundamental skill. And at the end of the day, we all know that the fundamentals is what drives guys forward. You don't get to pro because you got flashy moves. You get to being a pro because you're damn good at the fundamentals. You're damn good at staying in your base. You know, not dropping your hands, turning your punches over, throwing that jab, throwing that two. All of those little things that seem boring, you know. Like, it's not flashy, it's not cool. You know, look at my head work, look at my footwork. Let me see you in your base. However many rounds you're training that day, let me see you do it the whole time in your base. If you're hitting the pads, you're hitting mitts, and your coach starts talking to you, or your training partner starts talking to you, you're being talked to while in that base. I promise you guys, if you start training the way that you're like, I'm not going to break my base. You know, today when I go in, my goal is not only to train, but to keep that base intact the whole entire time. I promise you guys will see your efficiency go up. You'll see your stability and your balance go up. You'll see that you're real comfortable in that base. You should be able to be in that base for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It should be no different to you than standing or walking. I want that muscle memory to be that crisp, that detailed, that down to the wire. That when I say get in your base, you can just drop and you're right there. That's what you guys should be training for. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this tip helps you out. If it does, let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like these videos. And as always, ladies and gents, thanks for tuning in to Punch Club.